Hackney is a brilliant example of what can be done when enough people put their mind to it. I thought things were getting better in Hackney, but I was frankly surprised by the overall level of satisfaction that people had with the council. I mean, Hackney Council in the past, and some of the people watching this video will remember those days, used to be famous for doing things like forgetting to collect the rubbish. And so I never quite believed I would see the day where 3/4 of people living there said they were satisfied with the way it was running the area and delivering services. And to have 15% of the population saying they're very satisfied with it. Again, this is truly awesome stuff.
10 years ago, we were in rented accommodation. We weren't able to do the property up because we didn't own it. Since then, there's been regeneration funding come into the area, business investment. We attract massive, huge stars now, international stars to the area. So Hackney's changed enormously and totally for the better.
I think it's quite a trendy area of London. You see lots of kind of new design and kind of modern culture really, and that's kind of evidenced by things like the bus for London that goes on the street, which is quite a cool thing to see.
Communities like Hackney, which are more diverse and are more deprived with higher levels of poverty, tend to have lower levels of satisfaction. So taking all those things on board, you would normally expect Hackney to be a bit below the national average. The fact that it's rather higher than the national average, again, is really impressive. And the trajectory, the direction of travel that the authority's on is also really, really impressive. You've gone from a decade ago having only 1 person in 5, 21% saying they're happy with the council. 8 years ago, it went up to 53%, half the population saying they're happy with the council. You've now got 3/4.
The services in Hackney are much better than they were 10 years ago in terms of the schools, the library services, and also the just general rubbish collection, recycling collections.
Oh, it's changed dramatically. It's a lot cleaner and there's a lot more shops now, lots of boutiques, lots of cafes, restaurants. It's all really nice to go out actually.
In many ways, local government has been very effective at dealing with the challenges thrown at it by central government, but we're now having to deal with, the bedroom tax or spare room supplement. What does that mean? Do you start evicting people if they can't pay their rent? Who's going to house them? What happens as benefits get cut? Do people find jobs? Do they get pushed back into work? Or if there are no jobs, what happens? It looks like Hackney has thought about this, hasn't just done all the easy things and is now facing all the difficult things, and is in a good place for the future because you have the discipline, the focus, and above all the commitment of the staff, which matters as much as money, although money is always important in terms of keeping going. We can find ways of removing the need for people to ring us, removing the need for people to come in and see us, and focus our resources on those people who really, really need help, using websites, etc., all of those technologies. And you can see that already in Hackney now, 1/4 of the population, up from 3% 10 years ago, want to be able to just deal with you and find out about what's going on through your website. Hackney has changed, and one of the things that went through our minds when we saw the data, of course, was maybe all the new wealthy, trendy types down in the southeast of the borough are making a massive difference to the data. So we've looked at that very, very carefully, but actually right across the borough, wherever you look, you'll see a rise in satisfaction. So this is just asking people about how happy they are with the area, and you can see down in trendy Shoreditch, up from +47 to +76. But Homerton up 37 points, 49 to 86. Homerton's actually happier than Shoreditch. Stoke Newington up 60 to 89, and the North East up 60 to 81. So every single part of the borough has seen a pretty sharp rise in satisfaction with the area as a place to live, as well as with the council. My socks were in orbit. Well, even satisfaction with the area, that's gone up from 51% happy with the area to 72% to 89%. 89% is getting, it's like Westminster or Kensington and Chelsea. That's an awesome score. I think it really is a genuine reflection on very specific things the council has done in terms of the way it delivers services, some of the improvements that have been made to the public realm, just trying to deal with making it, dealing with things like customer contact, information provision. Again, you've got better at telling people what you're doing. Generally, people who know what you're about are more likely to think they get value for money and more likely to think you'll care about them. So that's really important. And again, on the national average on that, 57%, you've got 72%. The track record of the Education Trust and Hackney Schools has been over the last decade, again, is one of the great success stories. Looking at this data, I'll be really interested to see the staff survey results, to see how people are feeling, because there's clearly you've been doing something right as far as the public are concerned. Life doesn't get any easier in public services or anywhere in business in the world today. So it's that constant challenge to keep doing a bit more. But I think you all deserve a big pat on the back, particularly the people actually doing the work out there day in, day out, because this is a real triumph, and I never thought I'd see the day. So well done and congratulations.